Good morning. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this is Chase the Heat. Got it. All right. So I'm here in Erie, and I thought I would hang out, do a little live stream, a little Q&A, kind of hang out with you guys. It's been a beautiful time here. I really enjoyed this one. I always have a good time when I'm with Tad and Kip, but this was exciting because some amazing things happened with Harvest. All right, so somebody's joining us. Who's here? Invader Bob. You are the first person up. Donnie, my brother. Good to see you, Chili Mancer. So we're just going to hang out. Gornash, good to see you, man. We're going to hang out for a little bit. And Gornash is here from Portugal. It's pretty cool. You know what I did? Yes, I almost did yesterday. I almost had my goatee trimmed. I don't know what to do. If I can go for that Viking look or what. I'm heading tomorrow. I'm leaving here. I'm going somewhere else. I'm going to be there for about 5 days, and then I'm going back home. We are 2 weeks, and let's see, 2 weeks from tomorrow, they're going to begin, they're going to release the Sizzler for the show. Chad Matthews. Man, we had such a great day yesterday, Chad. I can't wait to talk to you about it. It was crazy. In fact, after the stream, I have some stuff I got to do, but I really want to talk to you and tell you some of the things that happened. Robert Springs, good to see you, man. Hope your day goes well. I trust it will. Mr. Drew V. Always a nice day when Drew V's in the chat. Good to see you guys. Didn't sleep so good last night. Drew, here's the funny thing. I'm only up early because I'm on the East Coast. You know, so I definitely wouldn't be. Well, actually, I would be awake at this time in Tucson. I just wouldn't be making a video usually at this time. Serenity, good to see you. Jeremy Shelton, not looking good, but thank you for saying that. Listen, the looking good, I appreciate everybody say it when they say that, but the looking good thing, that ship sailed a long time ago. You guys never saw me when I was young. I was a good looking dude. That was a long time ago. I'm not looking for good looking now. I'm looking for wisdom, hopefully. Unpredictable Tony. Man, it's good to see you. Good morning, and I love you all. And you too, Johnny. God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm wicked blessed, except I have coffee in my mustache. Man, yesterday was a really cool time. I had such a good time yesterday. Did you get to watch that video? I've not yet. It's been kind of I've got about a half a dozen videos, Drew, I've got that I need to watch. Oh, wait a minute. I did watch that one. That's about, yeah, I did watch that one. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, that is such a, you know what? Dizzy Dragon said it perfectly in the last stream. They did everything they could to make it as shady looking as possible. That's kind of how it feels, man. Well, cheese balls action. These are not from Blazing Foods. These are from Harvest. Totally different. Not even so different. Todd, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. These are hot. Malfree. It just got a 2-second unskippable ad. Wow. 2 or 25. Yeah, I gotta do it. I did not select that. I promise you I didn't. I would never do anything that's gonna make the people that watch. I want to make a living and be able to pay my bills, but I would never change things in a way that I knew would irritate you guys. And if I did all skippable ads, that would be tragic. So it's just probably a rare one they threw in. Matt Blank, good to see you, man. Lupin from Scotland. Very good to see you. Yeah, you know, it's funny. We were talking about ads in the last one. And I should get a warning. Listen, we're gonna do ads because that's what they do now. And I typically get a warning, and I'm gonna warn everybody when the ads happen. because I didn't notice it last time until one kind of went through, and I didn't really pay attention. I saw something on the bottom of the screen, but I didn't really pay attention to it. And the second time it happened, I was like, oh, they're telling me when the ads come. So I'll let you know. But we've gotten so used to, it's interesting. Like we all everybody here grew up watching TV. TV, their ads you can't skip. So usually you go to get a snack while the commercials are on, or you just kind of got used to it. Tortuga Lisa, good to see you, Tortuga Lisa. Zach Emmons, good to see you. Hey, buddy, when are you guys doing another challenge together? Here's the thing, man. I might convince him to do a challenge today. I don't know, man. Here's the thing: the people that I typically hang out with aren't challenge guys. So anytime I'm making them do something, I feel bad about that. The Feldog talk infiltrated Lipo this morning. The comeback kid is sweeping the nation. He really is. I should never have talked about him. Not that I had anything to do with that, but look at that. I got somebody special in the chat. Excuse me for a moment. You know what? I hate them to do the voice to text. Hey, if you're free after this live stream, I'll give you a call. Let me know, period. Excuse me. Yeah, he's an interesting character, that Corey Feldman. He really is. Here's the funny thing. It's, you know what the thing is? It's one of those situations that you just cannot look away. It's fascinating. It's like, to me, it's just a fascinating situation. Everything about it. 25 seconds. That's a drag. Man, I'm really sorry about that. I really am. I'm not even just saying that. But I don't think I promise you, the minute one of those commercials pop up, they give me like 30 seconds. I think they give it 30 seconds. There's a countdown for sure. I'm not sure. I think it's 30 seconds, but I'll let you guys know. But Corey's just an interesting cat, man. And the funny thing is, the more layers you pull off that onion, the more I end up feeling bad for him. He's a fun guy to poke fun at, but I really feel bad for him. He really I feel like he was stuck behind the 8 ball and just screwed from Jump Street. M. Hunt, so good to see you, man. Normalizer, good to see you. Hi, Virginia. Thank you for being here. And we got Brad. Actually, it's not Brad. It's Brad, because there's a lot of D's there. Mr. Scoble, when are you going to do more disgusting foods with your brother? You know what? I'm going to visit another Asian shop when I get there. It doesn't make sense to go to an Asian shop here and bring stuff on a plane back. So we have tons of Asian shops and markets, and you can typically find something rugged in an Asian store. So I will. We definitely are not going to stop. Here's the thing. I think I said this in a video a while back. I think Tommy's probably more game for doing gross than he is doing hot. Gross doesn't hurt you for 4 hours after you eat it. It's just dirt while you're eating. You know what I mean? And he's just not a fan of cap cramps. Chili Matcher says Corey Feldman is one of my favorite living child actors at this point. You know what? I feel that's one of the big reasons I feel bad for him. He peaked at 20. Left Eye Pat, good to see you. You know what I mean? Though he peaked when he was really young, and it's like, and I think he got a taste of something fantastic that most people don't, and wanted to keep that going. And I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know. Zelda, good to see you. Here's the thing. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in the limelight like that. I promise you I would. It would be traumatic. I can't fathom that many people knowing who you are. Like, I get recognized a lot, like in airports all the time. Airports, for some reason, I get recognized although this is really strange. Coming here, I didn't at all. But usually for like 4 years, every single time I walk into an airport, someone recognizes me. I think it's because people tend to be in people watching mode. It's not that I'm that popular. I think that they're just looking. When you get in an airport, isn't that what you do? You kind of look around and look at everybody. But it doesn't. Here's the thing about getting recognized. You know what happens when you get recognized? You feel like everybody's watching you, and they're not. But when you walk out of your house and somebody recognizes you, you start thinking. You know what it does? You feel like you just got to kind of always watch what you do and how you do it, what you say and how you say it, because someone's always listening. You know what I mean? And I'm small time. I'm a peon. I don't even factor in. I'm just. Imagine being Corey Feldman, man. And I feel bad for him for that. He probably loves it, though. I think he's one of those guys that absolutely loves fame and notoriety. And that just freaks me out. And that makes me, I'm leery about people who get off on things that freak me out. Like, I'm freaked out by that. Like, notoriety like that is horrifying. I'm just scared to death of this show that's about to come out. I'm not even joking you. Very, very nervous about it. Number one, I don't know how it's being edited, but I don't want, I feel bad for him for that. Corey Haim passed, and then Michael kind of went off the deep end. Here's the thing, man. He really did. He really did. The Corey's and the Michael thing. If you look at some of the, like, yeah, he's just a very interesting cat. I think you need some couch time. I think we all do. I think therapy is a beautiful thing. I think it's like a gift you give to yourself, and I think that boy needs some therapy. Like we all do. I need it. Promise you. Yeah, he really had a thing about Michael Jackson, man. When Michael Jackson died, he just kind of was like, had trouble processing that, I think. You need to do Natto challenge of some sort. That stuff is the worst. Natto. I'm going to be really stupid here, Shelton. I'm going to look up Natto. I have no idea what Natto is. Natto. What is it? It is, I probably could eat that. Doesn't look that bad. Is Natto gross? Is it gross or something? It can't be that bad. It doesn't. Looks almost. It looks totally edible. What does Natto taste like? It's an earthy flavor. Doesn't have much of a flavor of its own. In fact, it's mild in flavor, soy-based, seasoned packet. Listen, slightly umami, a little sweet. Man, I'm all about the Natto. I think. I didn't threaten me with a good time, Shelton. I think I'd like that Natto. You never know. Maybe I wouldn't. You're hysterical. I say that because I think he's probably still listening. The reality show will try Corey. I think the reality show will try Corey ruin it for me. Oh, it's called Corey, I think. There you go. It's fermented beans, says Donnie. Japanese fermented beans. You know what? I don't think it doesn't look so bad. And listen, Brad, I love durian fruit. That's one of those weird things that people say it's gross. And I'm like, I can't fathom why people are saying it's nasty. The first time I got it, I was married. My ex-wife was from Vietnam. She was born in Vietnam. So everything was Asian food. Every meal. We had rice at every meal. But the first time I got durian fruit, we got it at the Asian market. And it was frozen. It was in the frozen section. So I got it home. I'm like, obviously something frozen is not going to have the aroma that something that's not frozen. And they were blocks of fruit. So I thawed it out and it didn't really have much of an odor at all. It really didn't. Now, and it tasted great. I love the flavor of it. The second time I did durian, I got it fresh. And it does have an aroma. But it's like cheese. If you love blue cheese, then the smellier it is, the more you like it. I'm sorry. It's just weird. That's how we are. Someone that likes blue cheese, I don't know anybody who loves blue cheese but hates the way it smells. You know what I mean? So typically, if you like the way something tastes, the smell is not good. Like I love Limburger, believe it or not. I think Limburger is one of my favorite cheeses, and it smells like a sneaker. So durian isn't that bad for me. I've had sauces with durian in it. It's an amazing flavor. I take it your bro is not doing the plutonium ever. He probably will. He says he's going to. Here's the thing. He has a super ridiculous pain threshold. So even though his tolerance for chili isn't up there, his tolerance for pain surpasses mine. He's a weirdo. So I see him doing that. We talked about it a bunch. So I see that probably happening at some point. I'll definitely do it another time. I said never, but never is a bad word. Japanese people love it. I don't even know that other word, but they hate it. Cajuns? Never heard of that. I guess that means us. That's what they call us. I'm not sure. I love stinky cheese. Aged Limburger. Man, when I was a kid, my dad loved Limburger when I was a kid. I was little. And I don't remember this, but it's a story that they've told forever. I told them it smelled like a foot. They wanted to give me some. I was like, I backed out. I said, it smells like a foot. But as I get older, apparently that foot thing worked for me. I don't know. Left Eye Pat. Give my best to Tad and Kit. Have a great day. Got to go to work. Harvest 912. Chili Heads on a mission. Thank you, Left Eye Pat. You know, when he got here, I just Left Eye Pat every time I'm with him. He's left eye. He doesn't see out of his right eye. So I always position myself in the house. When he walks in, I'm hiding in the corner. He can't see me at all. I just walk up and grab him. So he walked in a couple days ago, and I was staying right there at the door. I hid to the side. He walked in. I grabbed him. He thought he had walked into something, so he's kind of moving around. I love Left Eye Pat. Always a good time when you can hang out with him. For real, he's one of those guys. Jeremy, merchandising. Where's where the real money is from the show is made. Scoville the T-shirt, Scoville the coloring book. You know what's funny? You say that. I have a cookbook I've done with my 20 favorite peppers. 3 different recipes for each pepper. And I've done that. It's kind of a cool thing. And we're gonna have a couple new shirts that we roll out. But here's the thing: there's no I kind of want to plan for it, but there's no way to really know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I was in the Netflix special. It was only one episode, so I thought it was gonna have a huge. I was like, oh, it's Netflix, and it was fun to watch. And certainly, new people have found the channel because of it, and more people are eating peppers because of it. But it was nothing like what I thought it was going to be. Paul Longacre, good to see you, Paul. So I don't know what's going to happen with this. It could be. I thought it was going to be pretty cool when it was just Hulu, but then Hulu was purchased by Disney. So now Disney is going to air it on Disney Plus as well. So, it's going to be a lot more eyes on it. So it's still hard to figure out. In my head, I try not to think about it. I really do. Like when I go to bed at night, especially, I do all I can not to think about it. Because if I think about it, it's going to keep me up. Tortuga Lisa, my 18-year-old son is the same since birth. Can't see out of his right eye. Stigmatism. You know what? I tell you what. You never know it. From Pat, Left Eye Pat's just a rock star, man. He was here the day I jumped into the tent. That was really fun. The kids will love it, says Shelton. I don't know, man. Here's the other thing. I have no idea how they're gonna edit this, man. Tony Scoville, the next Disney Pepper Prince. Ha, that's hilarious. Now, here's the thing. The biggest thing this is going to do is I'm preaching to the choir. You guys are the choir, man. So this is you know what I mean? This is going to break out and go to a whole new demographic. You know what I mean? Is it right now? Here's a funny thing. I doubt anybody knows this. Tortuga Lisa is in the chat. You're unique. And let me tell you why. 93%. There are 25.5 million views here, or 23.5 million views, or something like that. 93% of those were from men or males, whatever age. But only 7% of the viewers are women, which is it's like a Rush concert. Have you guys ever been to a Rush concert? It'd be like 50,000 guys and 27 women. It's really a strange thing. So for some reason, I think because of the eating hot stuff, it attracts kind of like a thrill-seeking kind of personality, which is typically male. So I get that. But the show is going to be in people's, it's going to be very different. It's going to open up to a new demographic. So that number of 97% men, that's going to change. I hope it does anyway. I want more people eating, not just guys, but it would be great if lots more people were eating. Miss Sunrise Dawn, another one of our gals. Thank you for being here from Northern Georgia. Paul Longacre, are you talking about the new program that Jacob's in? Yep, that is coming out. They air the. I think they're going to air the Sizzler for it, which is like you're in the movies. They show you the coming attractions of movies coming. All right, that's what this is, but it's going to be on Hulu and Disney and all over social media, which is interesting because I'm off social media now. But yeah, Jacob, there's so many great people in this. There's so many people in this. You'll see when you see it. But not knowing how they're going to edit it, I trust them. I've seen the first 2 episodes or the first one and half of the second, and they're done really, really well. The editing is just absurd. If you see the editing, these guys are just next level. So, so I've seen the first 1.5. So it's not a hit piece. They aren't trying to make anybody look bad, but I still don't know how it's going to go. I don't know how, I know. Here's the thing. When you film on something like this, there was 54 days or 56 days, something, and they're that's how many days it took to film this. If you only were there on one day, it's kind of like a puzzle for that person. And there's 56 pieces and one piece. Well, I'm on 34 days of the filming. So I've got a lot of pieces of the puzzle that I see that if you're only there on one day, you don't see. Or if you don't know what it is at all, you don't see it. So I got an idea of what happens. I just don't know how they're going to edit it to make it all flow. And that's the thing that's weird. It is what it is, Kim, I guess I'm part of that odd demographic. I'm a gamer. I follow you, and I'm a female. I love that, Kim. And she's a gamer, too. It's so cool. Listen, anybody that eats peppers is a weird demographic. You know, it's a strange thing because the average person is like, why would you do that? We all get it. You get it. I get it. Todd McCausland, good to see you. Although Disney kind of, yeah, it does. It's a fact. I'm hoping this is going to do good things for Disney because Disney is just for sure. Bull cow. Good to see you, dude. So I'm excited. That is, without a doubt, it's official. It's official. Yesterday we were like, I can't confirm nor deny, or 2 days ago, that the Butterscotch Uncle Bull Cow Mad Cow collab toffee will be a challenge for League of Fire. It is official now. It is 3 points. It'll be on the tables within a day or so. So that's kind of exciting. Miss Sunrise Dawn has a question. I'm going to read it in my head first. Hold on. You know what Tommy does? Tommy hasn't been doing this long enough to read the comment up here first. So he'll just read the question. And then sometimes you read a question you don't want to answer. I've done that. If you knew how many times I've done that. Don't mind answering that one. No relation to Wilbur Scoville at all. It's just the name. Yeah, what he did was he created a system. He was a chemist, or pharmacist, excuse me. And he created a system by which you have a vat and you have a dehydrated sample of something hot, and when you add water to it, how many ounces of water do you need to add to that mixture before test subjects can no longer detect any heat? Now there's very high-tech modern equipment that does that like that, or quicker and more accurately. But there are people there's still a guy, by the way, there's still a guy on YouTube that does the Scoville test the old way. Isn't that cool? Need to get with him and make a video. I think that'd be fun. Self-described weirdo here, says Donnie. Chili Mancer. Yeah, just the way I am. I get you. Yes, says Uncle Bull Cow. It's a great challenge. It tastes so good. This is the regular bark, and it is delicious. But the butterscotch bark, my favorite. Donnie is asking Lupin, what do you play? I'm a retro gamer myself. The Sunrise Dawn says, thanks for the response. I'm just curious. So glad to know how that's done. I always wondered. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Matt Blank says, Johnny. Yes, the strongest person I've competed against is Shahina Wasim, the UK chili queen. She's a chili thug, man. I was talking about her yesterday. You know the worst part? I wish she'd fake it and at least say, oh, I love peppers. I eat them every day. I train with them all the time. She doesn't. She doesn't like peppers and doesn't eat them unless she's sitting across from me, apparently. No, she's done 99 contests, so it's not just me she's whooped. She's whooped everybody. She's just amazing. She's just fast. She's fast. She's fast. I kind of think it would be fun someday to have a pepper contest. And there's like the Reaper challenge. See how many Reapers you can eat, but people do that individually. I think a really cool pepper challenge would be to sit down with somebody or have a group of people and just have a big, giant, plate of peppers and eat. Everybody eats one. When you're done, you eat another one, and people start falling out. And when someone can't eat another one, that to me is the ultimate chili contest, because to me a chili contest isn't about who can eat the fastest. It's about who can tolerate the most pain, because to me, a chili contest is about pain, not about speed. However, I want to make sure I make this really clear. I love League of Fire, and those are the rules of League of Fire. So I'm not, while I wish they were different, certainly not going to complain about them. I'll sit at a table any day against her. She's fun to compete against. Here's what I've told people that have competed against her. Oh, an ad just was inserted. It happened and I didn't see it. Man, I'm sorry. I didn't see it down there. I just saw the thing that said it happened, but I didn't see the warning, so I apologize. But I should make a C2 challenge for Tommy, says Shelton. The ultimate candy corn heat. That would be funny, right? I don't like candy corn. So anyway, Lupin, Chili Mancer mostly does Pokemon. As you see, Pokemon. Most of the time, as far as survival games, Minecraft. Lupin says, bit of everything, retro games, but also newer games like survival games. Sweet. And then Lupin also says, I used to build my imagination on building. I like to build using my imagination. Yeah, we all do. Games are fun, man. You guys, man, I don't want to talk about games. I'll make myself sound old. I love watching the chili contest, but still can't handle the heat. Yeah, you know what? Yesterday when we were at the meeting, the people from Carolina Boot Company, they're like, "Well, it's just hot for me. I know it's not hot for you." Everybody always says that. It's not. It's never a contest. We're all doing the same thing. The only time it is a contest is when it is a contest. It's not a contest. So, just even if you just eat little slices. Here's the thing: just eat little slivers of peppers. You'll start to get into it because you know what? They taste amazing. They make you feel good too. I live in the very center of the country. I used to help with the Carnival of Ink tattoo convention. It's really tempting to want to put together a spicy food convention in the Ozarks. The funny thing is, there's a million moving parts to put a convention together. I mean, there really is. There's so many things, and it's so many things that can go wrong, and there's just so much pressure doing that. I hope you do. If you ever do, ask me. I'll help you any way that I can. Uncle Bulkow says Miss Bulkow retired from the pepper eating contest because of jalapenos and speed rounds. You eat a bunch of jalapenos, there's the texture of a jalapeno when you eat a bunch of them is so different than the texture of a super hot when you eat a lot of them. The wall lines are like that. It's like eating it's just a lot more to eat. They're tough, Uncle Bulkow. The speed rounds are just tough. I don't dig them. Archdog, I feel you should do more videos like this. Nobody likes these videos. There's 32 of us that like them. No, I'm kidding. Here's the thing. I don't know. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm probably going to slow down big time on the live streams after the show launches. I'm just being honest with you. I'll do them once in a while, but I'm going to slow down a lot. Listen, I'm anticipating being wickedly freaked out for a couple weeks after this thing is launched. Like, for real, it's going to be hard. So I'm going to hide that probably. I'll still make a lot of videos, but we'll be doing this for a while. Hope you guys understand. Brock Bandy, good to see you, man. Very good to see you. Todd McCausland, I'm old. I got an original Pong game. That's what I was avoid saying. I didn't want to say that. Todd, I dig that. I remember playing Pong when I was a kid with Tommy. Went to Long Island to visit my dad's family in New York, and they had Pong. I'm like, what is this Pong you speak of? And it was just like, you got to be kidding me. I mean, it was just a mind blower. Game practice. Good morning. Or Paradise, sorry. Zach's Mopar and mashed potatoes. Johnny. Yes. I'll put, you know what I use more and more lately? I'm getting away from powders, and I've been putting flakes, chili flakes. I totally dig. I would rather, if you give me a choice of chili flakes or chili powder, I'm going to pick chili flakes every single time, forever and ever. There's never a powder I'm going to choose over flakes. I just love chili flakes. And I put those in just about everything. Matt Blank. No, how does she do it? She's not affected by the capsaicin. No, she is affected by the capsaicin. In fact, if you watch, all of her videos are online. If you go watch her videos, and this is the truth, in almost every single video that she's in, a contest that she's in, there's 1 second where you think, this is it. She's done. She's going to tap out. This is the one she loses. I've seen that 90 times with her. I've seen that, excuse me, 3 or 4 times with me. Do you understand? Even when me and her, when we've been in contact, I'm thinking she's going to tap. Her weakest, listen, she feels the heat. What she is so fast. It's stupid. It's crazy how fast she can eat hot peppers. And she's not good at that. Do I have a tolerance for garlic spice? Yeah, I'm Italian. I don't think garlic has a spice. I mean, I've eaten whole garlic cloves in my life so many times. I don't think that, they're, I get what you mean by spicy, but it's not the same kind of spice as heat spice. My Time Tunnel, we need a Chase the Heat retro video game. Be the first pepper challenge video game. That would be fun. Imagine that, making a pepper challenge game. I thought about rolling out a pepper app where you can have an app you download and you can track the peppers you've eaten and put how hot it was. And so you can have a running tab on your phone. You always know what peppers you've eaten. But I'm a good idea guy. I'm just not good at executing the ideas that I put together. Valerie, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Clues, good to see you. Superstar, Funny Lupin. Come on. You know me better than that. I'm not a superstar. I put people from the community in it and peppers too. That'd be good, Chili Mancer. Don't want to take over the chat with game chat. Listen, chat away. No big deal. People from the community, Clue says. You know, when I first heard somebody call it the chili community, I giggled. I literally said out loud, "Sky chili community." Like there's a chili community. There is. I kind of don't feel like I'm involved in it anymore. Isn't that weird? You want to hear a confession? I think that the chili community is online. The chili community exists in the ether. It's online. It's in chat rooms and social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram. That's where I mean, look, if you meet, like I'm here with Chili Heads right now. So this is sort of a Chili Head community, but really the community to me, in my mind, is online. And because I've walked away from social media, I kind of feel a separation from the community. But I'm also away from a lot of the toxicity of the community because there was a lot of it. That's why I left. Mean it. I really need to show my hubby your videos. He can't do spicy, and he thinks it's weird that I love spicy. Carolina Reaper is my current favorite. Wow, you really do like spicy, Miss Sunrise Dawn. Haven't watched the pepperology videos. It's in the corner of every video up here. There's a little link to it. It takes you to the playlist, and I've kind of lumped them all together. All the videos that are really good for new people that will get them on the path and go, I want to do this. Have them watch those. Cluse, is the Primatale the hottest pepper to use still? Yeah, there are three that essentially hurt me the same equally. And the best way to describe it is as far as how hot they got, these three are like the same. But how they get here is different. Like one gets here like this, one gets here like this, and one gets here like this. But they all get to here. And that here is hotter than anything else. And those three peppers are the chocolate Primatale, the Louisiana Creeper, and the Omega Pod from Tom Broom. The original creator of the Primatale is from London, and I'm drawing a blank. Somebody in the chat will remember. Why can't I remember his name? I'll tell you why, because I'm 117 years old. That's why. But the Louisiana Creeper is created by Troy Primo, and the Omega Pod by Tom Broom. Would you do a chili smoothie challenge? Super Hash, good to see you, Super Hash. Here's the thing about the challenges with liquid. I kind of don't like liquid challenges. I'm going to get away from doing chug challenges. They hurt so much more. The cap cramps from chug challenges are so much worse than peppers. They're almost like on the level with extract. It just hurts so much. They're so much worse. And every time I do a challenge with liquid, it just ends up really hurting me. Like one of the worst cramps I ever had when I tried to drink a whole case of hot sauce. 12 bottles I tried to drink. And the bottle I was drinking was 61% POP was Reaper. And I had Chris Saunders. Thank you, Chili Mancer. Chris Saunders. And Chris, if you watch this, man, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. But thank you, Donnie. Yeah, Chris Saunders created the Primatale by crossing a 7-pot Primo, which was created originally by Troy Primo, with a yellow Fatale, and that created the Primatale. And then the Primatale got sent out to a lot of different people, and I'm not sure who the first one. It might have even been Pickles. I don't know. But they were growing these plants out, and one of the plants threw a chocolate pod, and that person took those seeds and grew them out, and lo and behold, we now have chocolate Primatales. And then Tom Broom was growing red Primatales, and out of nowhere, it threw a yellow one. He's like, and he'd saved those seeds, grew them out, hoping it wasn't just a fluke or something reverting back. Sure enough, now we have yellow Primatales, and there are golden Primatales, and there are caramel Primatales, and I'm probably missing one. Peach. Is there a peach Primatale? I don't think I've seen a peach yet. But there's so many Primatales, and I'm not joking you. I don't care what they say about any of the pepper. About the nonsense about Pepper X. If any pepper you can't eat is nonsense. They shouldn't be talking about it. The Primatale is going to burn you more than any other pepper. Sorry. I won't talk about X anymore. Bollinger Bunch, good to see you. Thank you for stopping in, man. Time Travel says, yeah, social media is rough. Toxic groups, all of them. All of them time travel. You're the leader of the community, Johnny. I'm so not. I make videos, Rico. Thank you for saying that. You know what? I definitely grabbed the banner and ran like crazy for 7 years. But I'm done with social media. And to me, a big part of it, like I'll never stop making videos for you guys, and we'll never stop this thing, and I'll keep doing, you know, other projects. But I'm the social media thing. Nah, we were talking about it yesterday. I was in the meeting with the Carolina Boot Company. We were talking about how different life is now. And the guy I was talking to, I'm not going to give his full name, but his name is Luke. He's just a super cool dude. He's Italian. He's my age, from New York. So I'm from New York. It's just a really cool thing. We just connected really well. But we were talking like when we were young, like when I was young, you're a bad post that you normally would get heat for. There was nothing post. You shoot your mouth off. And if you shot your mouth off in a bad post, people will comment back. But when I grew up, if you said the wrong thing, there was immediate consequences. And it happened to me. I remember saying the wrong thing to the wrong guy and getting my block knocked off. And I remember thinking, well, okay, note to self, that was not a good idea. Don't do that again. And you learn. And now there's none of that. There isn't any of that. If you do stand in front of somebody, they'll never in a million years speak to you that way. I've had people that trolled me like crazy. I see them at a show and they ask me to sign something or take a picture or something. It's just how people are. It's weird. But yeah, I'll keep doing this, but the social media thing. So I'm definitely not the leader of the community. But thank you for saying that, man. One of my favorite LA Beast videos when he tried to chug a gallon of Tabasco, right? I mean, gallon of Tabasco. I can't drink a gallon of anything. It's crazy. I love him, man. What a great guy he is. What about being blindfolded and guess the right pot? You know what, Super Ash? I've had people. I couldn't do that. I mean, there's a handful of peppers I could absolutely tell you blindfolded by flavor, but not many. I think a better one, the one that I get suggested more often, which I will do at some point, is it requires two people, so my brother can help. And I have to have all the pods with me at the same time. But to kind of close my eyes and see if I can tell the difference between a yellow pod, a red pod, an orange pod, a chocolate pod, whatever, mustard, that I think would be a really good pepper, a good video. Matt Blank, I have the utmost respect for Ed, but Pepper X is not hot or just get a bad batch. No, I have respect for Ed too. No, something's weird about that. I don't know. I never tried the Pepper X pepper, but I've tried the Pepper X hot sauce. And the Pepper X hot sauce needs to be between 2.39 and 2.44 million. And when I say that, I just mean it mathematically and the reason I'm saying that, all the numbers to plug into this equation to come up with those numbers come off the bottle. Follow me? I'm not making these numbers up. So it's a 5-ounce bottle, and 91% of the bottle is Pepper X, which is 2.67 or 69 million. All right. So it doesn't matter what the other 9% that they add. If you have 91% of a bottle, that's 2.67 million. I'm even going low because in that 91% is extract of that pepper, which is hotter than the pepper is. So it should be even hotter than that, but I'm not even doing that. But doing the math, if you have 91% of a 5-ounce bottle is 2.69 million, it doesn't make a difference what you add. That bottle has to be between 2.39 and 2.44 million. Now, I've consumed a lot of products that are that hot. I have, and you have too. Doomed, or Right Hand of Doom, the one from Hellfire Hot Sauce. On the label, it says 2.46 million. It has the lab results printed on the bottle. Try that sauce. That sauce is exactly what they say. It is just 2.4 million, and when you taste it, you're like, holy mackerel. It's stupid hot. I know how hot 2.4 is, all right? And you saw me chug it. First of all, I wasn't even planning on chugging. I just tasted it. I was like, it was funny. I did it with Tommy, and Tommy was so nervous about doing that. He's like, man, I don't want to do this. I'm not a chili head. You are. I'm like, just you'll be fine. And the second I taste it, I'm like, dude, relax. There's nothing for you to worry about. I was like, so then because it wasn't that hot, I thought it'd be a funny thing to chug the rest of it. So I chugged the rest of the entire bottle and then talked for 10 minutes. Now I have a high tolerance. I do, but I don't have a talk for 10 minutes after drinking 2.4 million tolerance. I don't. But I have a 250,000. I'll talk for 10 minutes. I'll talk for an hour. That's what that was. It was, to me, it's going to be between 250 and 350. It isn't even going to be remotely close to what it should be. And and the only reason I'm having it tested isn't to break chops on anybody, isn't to give a hard time to it at all to Pucker Butt. You know what it is for? So that my dome piece, it makes sense up here to me. Here's the thing, 91%, and this is by chance. I have these bottles here. I didn't plan this. Read the bottle of Pepper X. 91% of it is a green pepper or a mustard pepper. It should look this color. However, the sauce is this color. The sauce is red, yet 91% of it is green. That doesn't make any sense. And when you ask that, if you, that's why I'm not on social media anymore. If you say, hey, why is that sauce red when it really should be green? People lose their minds and they act really, really tough. So I'm just not that guy. So I said, bye-bye to social media. So I'm only getting this thing tested so it makes sense to me. It's just not that hot a sauce. But if you watch the video I reviewed it, I said it doesn't just need to be a hot sauce. It needs to be a stupid hot sauce. And it really wasn't even a hot sauce. Like I think CTH4 from Chase the Heat is hotter. How about that? It's the truth. Thomas Stevenson, good to see you, man. Wasn't even as hot as Reapers. Nah, was it as hot? No, you know what? It's hard to explain. It's like you could. It was just and the other weird thing about it's just not that hot. And the other weird thing about there is a flavor in there that is not pepper. And I think it might be cumin. I'm not sure. But to me, there's something else in that sauce, yet it doesn't appear on the ingredient list. Like there's a spice. I don't know if it's cumin or if it's, I'm not sure. I really don't know, but there's some flavor in there to me that is not pepper. And I just need the sauce to make sense to me. That's all. So that's why I'm doing it. But boy, is that going to ruffle feathers. Clues, when was the last time you heard from UK Spice Queen? I messaged her yesterday. We talk a lot or message, very regularly. Haven't seen her in a while. Looking forward to seeing her again, though. Yeah, she was in the stream yesterday, briefly. I want to make sense to me, too. I'm just as confused, Matt says. It's weird, man. It's weird. It doesn't make sense, It is what it is. Here's the problem that I have, and this is sort of a bummer. Yeah, it kind of occurred to me after I sent the stuff to the lab. Getting the results back isn't going to make it make sense. It just confirms that I was right, but it doesn't make it no sense will be brought into the picture. It's not like we're going to, like if you look at something out of focus and you pull it in focus, all of a sudden you can see it. That's not going to happen when we get the results. It's going to be just as confusing because then we have to figure out, well, why is that? I'm right. It's not me. We are all right. Everybody who's purchased that sauce is like, I was expecting it to be hotter. Why is it red? So I'm not the only one who's kind of scratching their head about that. So we're all going to be just as confused afterwards. We'll all say, yeah, I was right. I mean, there's going to be thousands of people all over the place going, yeah, I didn't think it was that hot either. So it's not really going to make it make sense. They're going to, I think, I don't know. I probably shouldn't talk about it anymore. The Pepper X Files. I want to believe. That's an awesome comment. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to. Do you know how badly I want to eat a 2.67 million pepper? Do you have any idea? And for 5 years, I was told I was going to. It's a bummer. But it is what it is. Sven! Good to see you, Sven. It's cold outside, and I should eat more hot, spicy food to warm myself up from the inside. Exactly. To know some people who try to heal with music. This is a good signal. Listen, music is good for the soul. That's a fact. When my coffee gets cold, I'm going to log off. We have a few more minutes, you guys. Yeah, it's hilarious, Donnie. Isn't that a great comment? I want to believe. It's amazing. I know you know what, Clues? As I said, Sven, I thought about it and like maybe I didn't say it right. So if it's not Sven and it's Swen, please let me know because I don't want to butcher anybody's name. Trent Lobo. Good to see it. Just to summarize it, nobody hides the truth unless they're lying. No, you know what? Here's the thing. I can totally see why they would do certain things to create some controversy because that's going to sell more. So I can see, I don't know, like not selling not releasing the peppers. It's gonna, nobody. Here's the problem with it all. Here, it hurts them ultimately. It doesn't hurt anybody else at all, but them. And the reason I say that is, and I said this in a video. I'll say it again in more videos. But like there are 100 million people on this planet that are absolutely terrified of a pepper that they're never going to eat. There are people that are never going to eat a Carolina Reaper, but are scared to death of it because they've watched a video of somebody eating it in their kitchen and just losing it, freaking out. How many videos have people in this chat watched? Exactly what I just said. There's a million people. I said 100 million people. There are billions of people that are terrified of the Carolina Reaper. I'm sure of it, but they're never going to eat one. Nobody is scared of Pepper X because no one's going to eat one. You're never going to watch videos of people getting destroyed by a Pepper X. And when you watch videos of people eating the sauce, what you're going to get is, yeah, it's not so hot. So it's never going to ever get the reputation it deserves. If that pepper is as hot as it, here's the thing, if that pepper is as hot as they say it is, then they doomed it to a reputation of mediocrity forever. It'll never attain that rock star status that Carolina Reaper did. And that's the unfortunate thing, because if it's as hot as they say it is, that pepper deserves it. Good to see you, Jeremy Bell. Thanks for being here, dude. Things that make you go, exactly, Bollinger Bunch. Have I heard of the chili god mythology? I've not. Super Ash, I haven't. Nicholas Clemens, good morning, Johnny. Been continuing my journey with my daily habanero peppers. Even got my boss eating one. Wow, that's impressive. Very impressive, Nicholas. Getting your boss to eat one. You should start a YouTube channel. I can see videos like that. Burning with a boss. It's weird, Trent. It's just weird. Have a good day, LA Beast. You got to love the Beast, man. I'm so stoked for him. He's having a baby. Do you know how cool that is? Oh, imagine being LA Beast kid. Be fun. He's already a good dad. Nick, good to see you, brother. CA, Mr. Scolo, this is a great chance to talk to our favorite YouTube. Any suggestions to start growing peppers at home, indoor for now? You know what, CA? Thank you for saying that and your kind words. I've never grown yet, so I don't know. I don't know how. I wish I could answer that. I can tell you how to eat them. I can't really tell you how to grow them. When I get to Australia, I will be doing that. Clue, Spice King Cam is going to stick a Pepper X. He's such a funny kid, man. God bless him. Bless his heart, man. He's the Corey Feldman of pepper eating, if you ask me. He's just kind of faking it. Write that down. Burning with a boss. I got a friend of mine that owns it in the UK. Dan, it's just a great guy. He owns a landscaping company. And when somebody comes to work for him, if they're late, he makes them eat a pepper or do a gusher or do some tincture to keep his job. They're like, oh, that's fine. I can fire you. You can eat this pepper. And I'm like, are you serious? In America, if you do that in America, you'd be in a courtroom. I just love that he does that. So it's kind of flipping around. That boss is burning with his employees. It's just flipping the script on him. LA Beast to his kid go to school. Have a good day, right? I'm telling you, man. I should use his music in the background, Super Hash. Yeah, but then you know what he'd do? Then I'd get copyright strikes, and they'd give me an opportunity of getting rid of the video or sharing my money with Corey Feldman. And I don't have any desire to be in business with Corey Feldman. Whew. He is the comeback king, though. Pepper X is the Zapruder film of the chili community. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's the whole thing is just bad because all of the suspicion was created by how they rolled it out. It has nothing to do with anything else, and I feel bad because they brought it on themselves. It's like me in my life. Most of the crap that happened to me in my life, I promise you, I brought on myself. It's not like things just happened to me. Woe is me. I just got unlucky. All the crap that happened to me were brought on to me because stupid things I did, and unfortunately, the exact same thing can be said about Pepper X right now. It's not a fluke. It's not by accident that this is happening. It's because of how they've done it. Riding with the animal. Good morning. LA Beast is pretty cool. He pukes all the hardest challenges, but he doesn't cut the camera. It's real. Cluse, he sure is, man. I just love the guy. He's the first guy I think I ever subscribed to. I was watching LA Beast so like forever, forever. I bet I like the idea of slipping a pepper into your lunch for a person who steals in the work break room, right, Jeremy? Boy, that would be good. Well, peanut. Here's the thing: peanuts would be good. Like somebody's stealing stuff from you, like put some hot peanuts in there. But it happens all the time. I think that's the number one reason. Like, do you realize in break rooms, like in telemarketing, we'll just pick on telemarketing. If you took every telemarketing break room in the United States, I'll bet you 60% of them have a Dave's Insanity sauce on a shelf. I'm not lying. I would bet that. I would take that bet any day and put money on it. That more than half of telemarketing rooms in the break room have a bottle of Dave's Insanity sauce. And that's what it's there for, is to mess with people. He's very, very fun to watch in videos, LA Beast is. He really is, man. They're entertaining as can be. I've never watched it. Have you guys ever seen the video of him eating a cactus? I've never seen. It's the one video he's made that I won't watch. I will not watch that. If I get like something stuck in my throat, I'm miserable. And the idea of, like, I live in Arizona where every single thing's got a thorn on it. Every plant you see's got a thorn, a pricker, a prong, something sharp to get you. Usually it's going to make you itch, and it's a nightmare. It's like the Australia of America. It's the truth. And the idea, everywhere I go, I get stuck with stuff. I have cactus needles in me right now that I can feel that I can't get out. Swear to God. So the idea, and it freaks me out, the idea of watching him eat a cactus, man, I can't do it. You couldn't pay me to watch that video, man. And I love the guy. I can't watch that video. But all of his videos are so much fun, man. They really are. I think that the Cutlery Lover or Bill Moore were my favorite first year I subscribed. It may have been Ted Barris. I was a sub for Ted Barris. Ted Barris is a big reason I started this channel. For real. I was watching a video with my daughter. He was eating a pepper, and he just went on this string of curses. And my daughter heard it. And I thought, I don't curse in front of my children. And I remember thinking there needs to be, the light bulb went on. And it wasn't even like I can make money or I can have a channel. I thought there could be a channel for other people that would be family friendly and still entertaining. And that really was the motivation behind starting this. The Crude Brothers, yeah, they haven't been around forever either. I remember watching them. And they're probably still around. I just don't really hear about them. Drinking the tub of olive oil was a rough one. Yeah, I didn't have trouble with that one. But, man, he does some crazy stuff. That's why I have an easy gig. I mean, think about this. Like a new video, I'll eat something hot tomorrow. There's a million hot things. You got to think about his videos. He's got to sit down and go, I need to come up with an LA Beast video, because all of his videos are just like, man, they're just LA Beast. So I do that a lot. We sit around. I mean, how do you think I got the grenade in the tent idea? Same thing. We're like, I got to do something different. What can we do? He's like, I got a grenade. Tad tells me he's got a grenade, an extraction grenade, for when you really got to get a guy out of a room that you don't want him in. And I was like, you got a, extraction grenade? Go get it. So he needs to, but here's the cool thing about LA Beast. No matter what he does, whatever he does, it's going to be hilarious and super entertaining. They were wholesome. And the kid, I haven't seen any of the videos in a long time. But what's interesting about videos like that, channels like that, you watched him grow up. He was a little kid. Now he's a grown man. It's like that with Johnny Jr. If you watch the very first videos with Johnny Jr. in it, he was a little boy, man. He was a little kid. Now he's 6'2", 180. I mean, he's just a big guy. You'll see him soon. But that was kind of a cool thing about the Crude Brothers, watching the kid grow up. Yeah, the funniest videos were at the end. He goes, I think I have to go to the hospital now. Yeah, those are great. I would love to do a video with him one day. Maybe it'll happen. Who knows? Here's the problem with that. Like I don't know how busy he is. I imagine, listen, he has almost 3 million subscribers. So I know he's busier than I am. And I know how busy I am now. And I know that when the show comes out, like, it's going to scale up 100. So it's going to be, I don't know the day where we'll be able to fit it in, but it would be fun to do. You know what? I almost did a video with a Bell Life. Do you guys know the Bell Life? They're hilarious. It was weird. I thought it was going to happen. The Bell Life. One day I was sitting around and somebody said, "Hey, man, the Bell Life is talking about you in their live stream. They gave you a shout out or something." So I went to the video and I left a comment. Then I did a video where I gave them a shout, and that started going back and forth. And then I started emailing with them. I'm like, "We should do something." I wanted to, you know what my idea was? And we just couldn't put together because they're busy and I'm busy. It just never worked out. But I wanted to do something where, because their thing, here's the thing that they don't realize. Like pain is their thing. I don't think any of them like it. That's the problem. It's like, if we did a pain thing, I'm going to like it. And they're not. So I thought that my suggestion at the time was, I'll bring the tube of terror. Everybody will have their own tube of terror. And depending on how much of it you eat, like if you only eat a little bit, then everybody's going to get shot with a paintball gun at like 10 feet. And if you eat the whole tube, then you don't get shot. If you eat half the tube, you get shot a little bit. And we're going to do that thing. And, but it just never kind of worked out. But I thought that would have been really fun. I have an idea of a really great video. We talked about it. It kind of came to our mind when we did the grenade video. And I talked to Tommy about it. And I've got a really great idea for a video. But it's going to require, in a perfect world, I'd get like five of my favorite chili heads that do videos with me and get them together. So me and 5 more. So teams of 3. And I'll say no more. But because the reason I'll say no more is I'm probably going to make this one happen. This is a cool idea for a video. And I can almost see LA Beast doing it. Trey's the best when he yells at Justin, right? They're fun videos, man. That would be pretty intense. You know what? Here's a problem. It'd be fun. Trick shots, maybe. Just being me. I can't wait to see that. It's a really good one. I almost should tell you. I wonder if I should tell you. No, I'm not going to tell you. The reason I'm not telling you is I want to be because if I tell you this and it got out, somebody's going to do this video, and I want to be the first one to do this video. It's not even like an ego thing, but I want, when you see it, I want you, oh yeah, we saw that already. I want you to go, oh, this is different. And that's the real reason for not just talking about it. Jacob Deathridge. My man, good to see you. Keep it a secret. I will, just being me. People, we have a chili growing madman in the chat. Mr. Jacob Deathridge. Very good to see you, bro. Ike D, good to see you. All right, we're almost done. My coffee's getting cold, and we're rolling up on an hour. So we've been going for 57 minutes, and I'm going to stop straight up at an hour. So we have another 2.5 minutes or so. 2 minutes and 10 seconds. So if anybody has a question you want to get in, ask me now. King Gaciero, original. From Brazil. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate it. I'm sorry we're just getting ready to log off. Crazy Cat, good to see you. Chad Matthews, greeting, Mr. Jacob Deathridge. All right, we have 2 minutes left, you guys, and we're going to wrap it up. I'm not going out today. Yesterday, we were gone the entire day, so I wasn't able to do a video. So I should be able to do another video later on this afternoon, reviewing something. So I probably will do that, but I want to make sure we didn't. I don't like letting the day go by without us connecting. That's a problem for me. It was weird. Yesterday we got home. I'm like, man, I haven't made a video. I thought about it all day. I'm like, man, I'm not making a video. This is terrible. So that's the reason for the live stream last night, even though it wasn't really a long one. I kind of brag about that. It's not a thing to brag about, but I've only taken 1 day off in this decade. And the funny thing is, even that day I took off, I didn't take off. I did 100 million things. I just didn't make a video. But I've only gone 1 day so far in this decade where I haven't made a video. Doctors would say it's psychotic. They would say there's something wrong with that cat. For real. All right, so we're almost done here, guys. Another half a minute, and I don't know why I'm doing it exactly at an hour, but that's how I'm doing it. But I hope all of you guys have a really great day today. I appreciate you taking the time out of what you're doing to kind of chill with me. My time tunnel. Thanks for the live chats, Johnny. Been a rough week, and these live chats help. I lost a good friend in their sleep. So, I'm so sorry. I really am, man. You know what? It sounds so easy for me to say this, but just try to focus on the really good memories. I know it's hard, and it sounds like a really fluff thing for me to say. That's what I do when I lose somebody. I try to remember the good stuff. So hang in there, my time. I'm sorry. You know what? If you see a one in the chat, that's somebody who's willing to pray for you, give you a virtual hug, or the vibrations or whatever. I'm sorry, man. Hang in there. Miss Sunrise Dawn, thank you so much. Thank you, Shelton, for that. Thank you, Just Being Me. Thank you, all you guys. It's a lot of people that care about you, whether you realize it or not. My time travel or my time tunnel. Sorry. So appreciate you guys all being here. All right, we've gone an hour. Thank you guys so much for being here. I love you guys a lot. Mr. Wolf, I'm so sorry I'm leaving now. Good to see you though. And I'll be back later on with a review at the best, at the worst, on the offside. I might do another live stream. We'll see how it goes. But I love you guys. Thank you for having a great day. Nicholas Clemens, thanks for being here. Kim Millen, thanks for being here. If I didn't say your name, man, I apologize, but I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Have a great day. I'm Johnny Scoville, and this was Chase.